faith. I want to circle to faith.
Yes.
I think that we're living in a time right now where people are starting to lack faith, right?
I agree.
And I feel like faith is like the foundation.
I agree.
And if you don't have a foundation, regardless of where you're building, it's always rocky.
I agree.
What's your thoughts on faith, and how does a man build his faith?
You don't have to build it. You have to understand you were born with it. I'm not talking about your religion. I'm talking about your faith. We both share, we're both Christians, I know, but I don't tell people what to believe. What I think is important is that they find what is so for them inside. They find their connection with God. It's like trying to touch God. You know the story of the blind people touching God, and one touches the tail, and they all have a different perception of what God is. They're only getting a little piece of it. God's so much more than that, right? But faith you were born with, and I'll prove it to you. Think of all the people that are watching or listening right now, our friends out there, who get up every day and get in a car and drive it. How the hell do you get up, drive a car 65 miles an hour down the street? Well, there's nothing but a yellow line dividing you from other people coming 65 miles an hour at you, and you know, every single day in every city on earth, people get killed because the person on their side crosses that line. They fell asleep, they're trying to text, they're upset, they're drunk. Happens every single day of your life. How the hell do you do that? There's only one way, faith. Without faith, you couldn't make that drive. You would have to stay home and do nothing, which is pretty much what we did during COVID. People lost faith and thought a little microbe was going to destroy the planet, right? And it wasn't true. We all found it wasn't true, unfortunately, the hard way, after all those shutdowns and all the problems and so forth. So without faith, we don't function. But faith is a muscle. And the more you use a muscle, the stronger it gets. Used does not grow, it shrinks. Courage unused does not grow, it shrinks. Passion unexpressed does not grow, it shrinks. So, but if you use more of it, and you rely on it more, you discover it's there. And what I found is, I personally, everyone is different in their approach. My wife is unbelievable. She's one of the most incredible human beings I know. She just has faith. I have to earn it. It's just my thing. I don't know. It's the way I'm there. It's like my way of earning it is over-practice, over-prepare, over-deliver, be so ready to go, and then step into that room, and then everything I prepared for hours, my team will be working with me till 2 in the morning, designing stuff, a day's event, for example, 12 hours. And I got mind maps and ideas, and I stand out in that audience, and it all changes because I feel the people, I see what's needed. But because I've loaded my system, so to speak, I feel like I've done my part, and then God comes through you.
Amen. You prepared yourself.
That's my part. Now, some people just have the faith, and it works. I wish I worked that way in some way, but I don't. That's just not how I
That's so
function.
beautiful. And honestly, I literally just spoke about this with Andrew Tate. I don't know if you know who Andrew Tate is.
Yeah, of course you do, sure.
And I told him, God prepared me for this. Like, I did not prepare. I prepared as much as I can, but when we were having a conversation, it was like I already knew where it was going, and I was so confident. And I tell people now, I'm like, I'm probably the most confident in the room, but I'm confident because I'm confident in my Lord, not me.
Yeah, I'm confident I'm guided.
Yeah.
When someone stands up in those rooms, and it's been 47 years, when they stand up, it's different every time. And when they stand up, it's already done. And then I get to see how it's done. And then afterwards, I look at what I did and figure it out so I could do it again or teach other people to do it. I figure out the patterns, but that's really the process. But I want you to know the way I am, like, I don't go preach to people about their religion at all. I tell people, whatever you believe, I hope you practice it because you won't be happy otherwise. You won't be fulfilled. And I also believe that somebody who thinks that there is no God, there isn't anything greater in the universe than yourself, it's a little bit egotistical, a little bit silly. It's like saying that, Webster's dictionary is the result of an explosion in a print factory. It all came together just perfectly.